What's up, y'all? Cajun here, and today we're going to make one of my most simplest side dishes. In fact, it's one that y'all asked for the recipe a lot. So here it is. Today I'm going to give you that recipe. It's very simple, minimum effort. Check it out. We're going to use 7 potatoes, about this size. We're going to use a dozen of these eggs. We're going to use real mayo, folks, real mayo. Classic yellow mustard, garlic powder, onion powder, Louisiana hot sauce, and of course my favorite, T2 Cajun Swamper. That's right. If you don't have the Cajun Swamper, you can use any Cajun seasoning out there. So meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel these potatoes. I'm going to cut them up and I'm going to put them in the pot. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we're back. Now I've got my potatoes peeled and I've got them cut up. I wanted to show you this. So I cut them up in about 1-inch pieces, little small chunks. You don't want to go much smaller than that, because if you do, you'll cook your potatoes a lot faster, turn them into a real mush and start to dissolve them, and then your eggs won't be fully cooked in the middle. So just wanted to show you that. Look, we even got Leroy the Gator here trying to get in on some tater salad. But we'll be back shortly. We're getting ready to put them in the pot. I got the pot on the stove waiting for the boil. We'll be right back. Hey y'all, we're back. T2 and little Leroy here. Now we're getting ready to take our taters and our eggs and put them in this boiling pot of water I have here on the stove. So once we put them in here and we get the water back up to boil, because we will lose the boil putting in the cold potatoes and the cold eggs here, we'll let it boil for about 25 minutes or so. And we'll test our potatoes. If our taters fork goes right through it, no problem, then they're done. That means also your eggs will be done. Again, this was 7 potatoes that I peeled up, and again, I cut into little 1-inch pieces. And we're gonna, like I said, bring into a good rolling boil here for a good 20 to 25 minutes. You can go longer if you feel. Check your potatoes. If your fork doesn't go through them with ease, with little effort, they're not done. And those eggs won't be done either. So now we're just going to kind of lay these eggs in there, just kind of right on top of potatoes. Nothing spectacular. And we're going to put 12 of them in here. You can put more. I love a lot of eggs in my potato salad. But for this size potato salad, 12's fine. Okay, now we got it in here. Again, we're gonna let it get to a boil. We're gonna let this go for about 20 to 25 minutes. We'll pull it out, we'll strain it, I'll let it cool for a bit, and then I will peel the eggs. Once I peel the eggs, we'll come right back and we'll show you how to mix it to get that flavor that y'all been asking for. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, welcome back. So I told you earlier we were going to cook these for about 20-25 minutes. It's been approximately 20 minutes. So this is a very important part of this potato salad here. Is one, you want to find the biggest chunk you can, and there we go, here's a good one. And we want to push our fork through it. If our fork goes through it with ease, then it's ready. If it does not, then you won't be able to mash your potatoes up, and that's you need your potatoes to be able to mash very fine in order to make the creaminess that we need. We don't want chunks. The only chunks we want to taste in here or feel will be our eggs. So, yep. So, fork's going right through there, kind of like a hot knife through butter, just slipping right on through. So these are ready. So I'm gonna get these off the stove. I'm gonna get them drained out. I'm gonna get these eggs cooled off to where we can peel them, and we'll be back when it's time to start mashing all this together. All right, y'all, we're back. All right, so now our potatoes are cooked, our eggs are cooked. I've got the eggs all peeled and ready to go. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna adjust this camera here in a second so you can see how I mix, but I want you to keep in mind, most of the things that I cook, this right here, large tablespoon, is my measuring cup, okay? So pay attention to what I'm putting in there. When we're doing this mixture, I like an even balance between the mayo and the mustard. Some of you like a mustard flavor. If you like a mustard flavor, you add more mustard, All right, so just pay attention to how I'm mixing it together. Take notes. This will be the point where all that flavor and all that taste that you asked for comes together. All right, let me adjust this camera. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. Oh, imagine that. Let's get all this stuff here out of the way. There we go. Oh, Leroy. All right, so now we're going to take our little masher and we're going to mash up these potatoes. We want these potatoes mashed up really well. And go ahead and mash your eggs up with it in it. Works out very well. So we want the potatoes mashed up. It doesn't really matter as far as the eggs. I like big chunks in them. That kind of gives it a little bit of texture to bite into. The yolk in the egg is really a very fine powder. It mixes very well. You don't have to worry about making sure that that's crushed. And then if your potatoes are mashed or cooked very well, as you mix, you will also continue smashing them with your spoon. Get along these edges very well. So make sure I don't like chunks of potatoes in my potato salad. That's why I call it a creamy tater salad. All right, I think we're gonna be pretty good right there. I'm not seeing any large consistencies of chunks. Get this out of here. All right, folks, so this real mayo, this is always the first thing I put in. And what I do with this to start off with, this is that large tablespoon. Boom, I'm gonna put about 4 of those to start us out, which is basically about half of this container. And if you're wanting to know what this container, it's 30 ounces, fluid ounces. It's kind of the, not really it's the larger one. It's not the small one. All right. Now we're going to take our French mustard here. Our French's classic mustard. Really good stuff. All right. And we are just going to put a nice, healthy dose of it in here. Don't be bashful. Again, this is some really good flavor. All right. Okay. And again, I'd say that's probably about 1/3 of the bottle that I've used. And this bottle here is a smaller. It's only an 8 ounce. So yeah, I probably put about 2.5 ounces in here, roughly. Again, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. All right, we'll go ahead and give this a good mix. Oh yeah, these potatoes are cooked very well. I mean, this is just, my spoon is just gliding through here with no issues. Just give it a good mix. And a lot of these chunks that you are seeing, folks, is the eggs. Believe it or not, it is the eggs. The eggs do a very good blend in here. And let me tell you what, I think we got that mixture just right. All right, so what we'll do is I'm gonna take a little spoon. In all honesty, guys, normally I just rip my finger right through it, but for video purposes and you health board nuts, I'm not gonna do that today. Let me tell you what, that is the perfect amount. So again, half a jar of this, you're looking at about 15 ounces of real mayo with these 7 potatoes and 12 eggs. And then probably about 2.5 ounces, roughly 3 ounces at the max. Again, if you like a mustard flavor, add more. I like a perfect blend. I like a good mixture. This right here is a good mixture. All right, so I'm gonna take another little, oh, really good. Okay. Now, we're gonna go with our garlic powder. And with the garlic powder, just kind of just spread it right along the top. I kind of coat the top with it. Put as much as you like. But I literally coat the top. So you're asking for my flavor, here it is. And then same thing with onion powder. Coat the top. And then of course, the Louisiana hot sauce, that's right. Folks, I like this one because it's a thicker base. It's not as vinegary, may you say. So this will not increase the heat. This does not make this spicy. This just gives it some flavor. And if you've been here and you've eaten this potato salad at my house, which many of you have, you've eaten this. So don't say you don't like it. And we're gonna put us a nice little dose over there. All right, and then we're gonna take, of course, the main ingredient, T2 Cajun seasoning. Again, if you do not have this T2, you can use any Cajun seasoning of your choice. Old Bay is not Cajun seasoning, folks. All right, now we're gonna put us a good healthy portion of this across the top. There you go. And that's plenty. Nice little coat across there. And again, when I make my spice flavorful. If you eat it raw like this, yes, it's gonna have a little bit of a kick to it, but I don't overpower my stuff. I like flavor, and that's what my seasoning's based off of. All right, so now we're gonna mix this stuff up really good, because remember, we just coated the top, so now we need to get this all over the bottom. And we're gonna mix this really well. Make sure when you stir in this, you mix it all the way down here towards the bottom. Mix it really well. That way it gets all the potato salad evenly coated. And I think we got it. So let's give her a taste. That right there, folks, this is it. This is the T2 blend in here. Again, if you do not like, or you do not have the T2, you may use any Cajun seasoning out there, Tony, Slap Your Mama, any of those. Now what I like to do at the top of this, here it is, all right. We'll coat it with just a touch of paprika, not very much, just a little bit. Nice little coat on the top of it. Finish it with another little touch of T2 Cajun seasoning. And folks, all this out of the way, this right here is my creamy tater salad. All right, y'all, now that y'all got to see how I make my creamy tater salad, I'm gonna be posting this video out there. Take notes. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. If there's anything you want to add to it, feel free. That's up to you. A lot of people like to add relish, stuff like that. That's not my flavor. This is my flavor. This is what you asked for. Here it is. All right, so stay tuned. If there's other recipes you want to see me make, or you like me to make for you, hit me up. Shoot me a text message if you got my number, or send me a message here through YouTube or Facebook, all right? And I'll get a video out. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stop by. Y'all take care and have a good day.